Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to SkyFactory 3. So, in the last episode, we got a lot of stuff set up, and I have to say, we have quite a bit of resources now. We have almost 5 stacks of iron blocks, and that is really impressive. We have a lot of nickel. Really, there isn't any uses for this nickel, so I don't know what we're going to do with that. We also have a lot of lead, and something that I found out kind of interesting and disturbing at the same time is that we can use lead ingots to make a bucket. Now, yeah, that is, like I said, it's interesting and disturbing at the same time, so, but yeah, we actually have some uses for lead with immersive engineering, with low voltage, and things like that, but as you can probably tell from JEI, I'm still wanting to get some steel going. So I was looking at these blast bricks, and in order to figure out for sure how much of these recipes that I needed, I went ahead and made the engineer's manual. Now this is, of course, the book from Immersive Engineering, and what I found out was it says that we need 27 blocks arranged in a 3x3x3 cube. That's a solid cube, no hole in the center. Then we need to hit it with an engineer's hammer. Now I think I have gotten an engineer's hammer from loot bags, but I'm not sure. But so I did the math, and we need 14 recipes. That's going to give us 28 of the blast bricks. Now, granted, we'll have one extra, but I think that'll be okay. So now what I'm going to do, where do I want to set this up? Really, I don't have a spot for it, so I guess I'll set it up right here for now. This is just going to be a temporary spot. And I think we might set this up over on the area where we have the water and lava. But, yeah, we'll set all of these down here. Now let's go see if we have an engineer's hammer. I should have checked on that. Oh yeah, and by the way, I found out the loot bags you can combine together, you just can't open them first. So that kind of sucks, but is good at the same time. So far I am not seeing an engineer's hammer. That's not a good sign. Uh-oh. Maybe I don't have one yet. Well, let's go ahead and look up the engineer's hammer. Okay, so the engineer's hammer takes 2 iron ingots, 2 sticks, or 2 treated sticks, and a piece of string. So that's pretty simple. We'll go ahead and come over here and grab a couple of sticks. No, we don't have any sticks in there. Well, I know we have sticks over here somewhere. So there's 2 sticks. I saw a piece of string in here, and we have a whole bunch of iron downstairs. So let's go ahead and grab some iron. Nope, that's quartz enriched iron. There we go, iron ingots. So we need 2 iron ingots, 2 sticks, and a piece of string, and there we go, engineer's hammer. So we get the achievement Hammer. So we will right click on the center of this, and there we go, really hot topic. So now I think we can put, wow, okay, but I think we can put blocks of iron in here. But I think we need charcoal to fuel this thing. So let's go ahead and head back upstairs, grab some charcoal. And if I remember correctly, this takes a huge amount of charcoal to operate. Do we have a hopper? No. We may have to set up some automation for this, but so if we throw blocks of iron in here and charcoal, it will burn through several pieces of charcoal per block of iron. And actually, we don't want to do a full stack of iron blocks. Let's do 8 iron blocks. That should be enough to start out with. And yeah, that is going to take a while because you can see even with it burning through 2 full pieces of charcoal already, there, it's finally moved 1 tick on the progress meter. So this is going to take a while. And so we're going to get some steel together, and we're going to try to get some stuff figured out with the auto-sieving. But another issue that I've run into, and I don't know what has happened, my mechanical users are no longer placing down blocks, and I don't understand why it's happening. But so we may also have to look into possibly getting oh, say a sag mill, or maybe an actually additions crusher, or something. It's one of those dark noise sound effects. But, yeah, unfortunately this isn't working. I don't know what happened. I've sieved a lot of the dust. Still have a full one there, and then I have about a half a chest of sand in that one. But unfortunately we're not getting any gravel right now, and so not getting any diamonds or anything like that. But we do already have 10 blocks of diamonds, and then we've got 5 more over here. Now I would kind of like to get a little bit of the diamond mesh so that we can get a higher probability of diamonds as well as emeralds from our gravel. But yeah, like I said, this is going to take a while to smelt this stuff into steel, so I think this is a good point for a cut. I'm going to do a little bit more experimenting with this hammer setup and see if I can get it to work again. But I guess I will see you guys in a little bit. So we have finally gotten enough steel to make up one of these heavy auto heavy sieves. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make that up. Of course, we'll be making more of these as time progresses, but went ahead and set up a third Stirling generator. It is slowly building up some power. So we have a little bit of power here. We're gonna go ahead and place this guy down here. Oh, no mesh. Okay, so we do need a mesh. Okay, so I think we are going to go ahead and make a diamond mesh. So let's just see. I'm hoping that we can swap the meshes around. So this is going to take 5 string and 4 diamonds. So let's go ahead and hit up top, grab some string. Oop, wrong chest. There we go, 4 string. And crafting table. 5 string. Derp. And once again, wrong chest. What's wrong with me? Okay, so go ahead and make our checkerboard pattern here. Place the diamonds in between them, and there we go. A diamond stiffened mesh. So good, we can just remove that. That is pretty cool. So now, since this is a heavy sieve, we want something. Let's go ahead and take some compressed sand real quick. We'll toss this in here. Now, one thing that I do remember is that we can feed this guy in here and it will sieve faster. So looks like it worked once, but this is giving us gold, prosperity shards, Yellorium dust, quartz enriched iron. So let's take a look at the uses on this. So sand will give us that plus ancient spores. So not real good on sand. So this is the one that I really want, is the gravel, because we've got a 3% chance of diamonds, we've got 15% on gold, 1% on emerald, 12% on lapis, that's not such a big deal, and 22% on coal. So the coal is pretty good too. So I don't think I have any gravel anymore. I think I am completely out. Oh no, wait. Do we still have a whole chest of gravel up here? I think we do. Oh, nice. Nice. So, yeah, I think the next step then would be to get some automation set up for this thing. Now, obviously, my 3 Stirling generators are not going to be able to keep up with that very easily, and it looks like I need to get rid of some of my charcoal so that I have enough inventory space to do this. So there we go, picked up everything there. So let's go ahead and head back down, and I suppose I'm going to pull that sand back out of there, because really The sand is not giving me anything that I am really needing at the moment. So we'll go ahead and run the gravel. Now, one thing that I do seem to remember on these is when they run out of inventory space here, the items start flying out of them. So it is very important to automate them. So, where did I put my... There we go. Let's go ahead and grab those. I have a couple of chests in my inventory. And in all actuality, we'll just run this stuff straight into that iron chest. So let's go ahead and grab a transfer node, some transfer pipe, and that should also... Let's do that. That will also keep the generators filled with fuel. Does this thing not take power? I thought it took power. It doesn't look like it's using any. But that should slowly be pulling the items out of there, which it is. And, yeah, that... I could have sworn... Oh, it's taking all the power from one at a time. I see. So now, which one are we pulling from? We're pulling from this one now, by the looks of it. So if we feed this guy, will it use more power? I don't really see any changes. Well, there would be no reason for this one to be burning fuel if it's not actually using power. Pretty sure this guy uses power. I'm pretty sure. But now also I am going to put a chest down here. We're going to drop all of this compressed gravel in there. And then we're going to put a transfer node on the bottom of that going into this thing. So that should now keep the gravel full and the items pulled out. Because of the configuration that we have here, our generators should be reasonably well kept filled with coal. Doesn't look like it's filling that one. Here, let me grab my wrench. So what we can do is make these dents. No, I don't want to turn it off. Well, we could do that. No, that's not really what I want to do. So I just want it to go into the chest as a last resort. That's all. But it seems like it wants to dump it into the chest right away. Well, yeah, I might have to change the configuration of the pipes a little bit. But this is working. We are getting automatic sieving now. And like I said, I can feed it. And I believe better foods will actually cause it to go faster. We have some better foods upstairs. Let's go ahead and grab something here. Boiled egg isn't really much. Most everything else is not prepared. Maybe we could go with some pumpkin pies? Let's try a pumpkin pie. Wrong direction. Where are you? So, yeah, that's considerably faster. You can see the arm moving faster. Speed boost 7. So now we'll let that run out and then go with the berries. Speed boost 4. Yeah, so we might have to try to get an egg farm or something. We already have sugarcane and pumpkins, so we could very easily make pumpkin pie, and that could be done automatically. I'm kind of curious if a mechanical user would be able to sit here and feed this guy. That would be pretty cool if it could, because a 7-time speed boost would be very helpful. The only issue that I could see with that is that we're going to run out of inventory space if we're not careful. But yeah, I'm going to let this guy sieve for a while. We'll get a whole bunch more of the resources again. and maybe run a little bit more through the smeltery. And I'm going to take a look at some more stuff for the rest of the episode, and I will be back in a little bit. So guys, it's been a couple of days since I've been able to record. I've been really sick, and not exactly a good thing. But we had a live stream here a couple of days ago, and we started working on this upper portion of the base. And yeah, we changed all of the smooth stone here to snow, and then started making this piece right here. We also decided in the live stream that rather than making this look like my Botania tower on Feed the Beast Inventions, we're going to be trying to make this look like, a little bit like Earth Space Dock on Star Trek. So that's the general idea of what we're going to be making this thing look like. I have also made a couple of upgrades to the systems that I have here. Added some storage drawers to the composter here, because I've just been getting tons of leaves and wood chippings. Now, of course, the wood chippings come from using a hammer on trees, and we have quite a bit of dirt here. We have over 1,000 dirt now. We have a bunch of the 2x storage upgrades in here, and then like for the leaves and the wood chippings, we have the 13x storage upgrades for those. So we have tons of space here, and this is working quite good. The best part about these storage drawers is that we can put one transfer node off of a drawer controller, and it will pull all of the items out of the storage drawers. So that's pretty nice. We don't have to worry about that. Now, I've been chopping the wood up here, so this is where I just plant a whole bunch of trees. It allows me to get a lot of the drops from the mobs while I'm up here, because the mob spawner is definitely active at this point. Now, another thing is that I'm no longer eating the mineral berries. I am eating apple juice. Now, of course, that is with a juicer and apples, just shapeless crafting. This juicer was really easy to make. It's just a piece of smooth stone and a stone pressure plate. So pretty simple stuff there. We have a chest here to store hammers in. This one here I had set up for stone shears, which are just 2 pieces of smooth stone. Pretty simple stuff. But while I've been doing this, I have been continually running out of power here in the Stirling generators that are running the Auto-Heavy Sieve and the Auto Packager back here. Now, currently I am running blocks of coal in here, but this is right at maximum power with the 3 generators. The Heavy Auto-Sieve takes 2 generators just to power it, and we are only 1 stack of coal blocks left. So I figured we would take a look at some different power options. Now, one thing that I have been getting tons of and I didn't know what to do was gunpowder. Well, I started looking for uses on gunpowder, and gunpowder can be used in an explosive generator for 64,000 RF for 1 gunpowder. That'll last 20 seconds at 160 RF a tick, so much higher creation rate or generation rate than these Stirling generators. But also we can use TNT in there, and the TNT will give us 512,000 RF at 160 RF a tick. So I think this is a better option. It doesn't take us much to make sand, but we're going to go ahead and make up one of those explosive generators. So first off, we need to make a regular furnace generator, and this takes a machine block, machine block, and this is just iron, redstone, and a chest. So we'll make that up. Then we need the furnace generator, which is iron, the machine block, furnace, and redstone. Pretty simple stuff there. And then this is used in the explosive generator, which needs some gunpowder, a TNT, the furnace generator, and redstone. So there we go. There is the explosive generator. So now I would think that this should work just fine here for this, but we're going to knock this block out and put the explosive generator in here. And let's go ahead and put in a TNT. Grid is overloaded. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means with grid is overloaded. Click for recipes. Well, I may have to do a little checking into that. I did not expect to get that kind of a message. But, yeah, this is supposed to create RF, not grid power, so I don't know what's going on there. Let me do a little checking as to what this means, and I will be back in a little bit. So it would appear that that grid is overloaded is a pretty simple thing. It means that I'm not generating enough GP for this grid to work. So we need to make some generation here. Now I'm going to go with the solar panels. These will produce 1 GP each. They take some polished stone, resonating redstone crystals, and lapis. Now this polished stone is just 4 stone bricks put together. It doesn't really matter which ones we use. But these will give 1 each, 1 GP each, and we have 27 of them. Now the only thing about these is they will only work during the daytime. And I don't know if they have to have direct access to sunlight. It's kind of a weird thing with this GP. Chunks don't have to be loaded and all kinds of weird stuff goes on with it. So I'm not entirely sure how this all works, but we're going to set these out over here if we can. Let me try taking that off of there. No, I can't set them there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and chop back these. Okay, now can we place these down? There we go. So now we are starting to generate some grid power. Oh. I hope that's not going to cause any issues. I can hear the explosions now. We'd better go and check that real quick. But we may have to put that somewhere else regardless, because, yeah, that is loud and annoying. Okay, so it is going to do damage to us. That is one thing that I was kind of curious about. But at least it doesn't hurt anything else. So these say that there's no power used or generated, so definitely looks like those are not going to produce power when they are not exposed to sunlight. Man, it's unfortunate that those can hurt us. But so the explosive generator will work. We'll just have to put it somewhere that it won't really be bothering us and it won't cause any harm to us. But, you know, the noise, So, yeah, I think that's a viable solution, but I don't really like the explosions too much. But let me do a little checking on the length of the episode, and we'll see how things are going here, and I'll be right back. So guys, I've been doing a little experimenting to try to improve the efficiency of our mob spawner again, and I came across these mob fans from mob grinding units, or utilities. These just take a redstone signal to turn on, and when they are turned on, come back here, it knocks mobs back. I'm not sure if it's 5 or 6 blocks, but so I wanted to kind of check this out. Now, we do need some distance upgrades, so those go in here. Now, this should... Okay, so we are going to need 3 of the distance upgrades for each one to make it go 8 blocks. Now, the thing about these distance upgrades is that they take steel. Now, we'd already been making steel with our, blast furnace? Yeah, I think blast furnace here. Yeah, the crude blast furnace, we've been making steel, but it's very inefficient to make steel this way. Now, we do get the slag out of that. But really, I think we need to improve on that. So what we want to do instead, if we look at steel, wrong steel, but the alloy smelter, just a second. Okay, let's do this again. The alloy smelter can take iron and 4 crushed coal or whatever, and put that into steel for 2000 RF. So that's much better than we can do with the blast furnace. The blast furnace takes an absolute huge amount of time. So I think we're going to be going with that instead. So I'm going to try to get this alloy smelter built. This is not real tough. Takes a machine chassis, iron bars, iron ingots, and a basic capacitor. Now the basic capacitor takes redstone, copper, and gold nuggets. We have been getting these from loot bags, so that won't be tough to do. I suppose I'll just put it here with all the generators for now. But I'm going to be doing that between episodes, and the last thing that I want to do today, we've been getting a lot of loot bags. I've been putting them into this auto crafter. I guess, yeah, that's another thing. We have this RF Tools Crafter Tier 2. We put this in a live stream because I wanted to have more than one recipe available here. So we have a few loot bags that are getting a little more rare. We have the bacon bag. We have a worn out loot bag. And then we have several of the epic loot bags, and we're just going to leave the rest of these. Now, we have 4 epic loot bags, and we could turn these into, whatever, I can't even think of it, legendary. We could turn this into a legendary loot bag, or we could open the epic loot bags. And for today, I think we're going to go with the legendary loot bag. If you guys could let me know in the comments which one you would prefer me to do in the future, that would be great. But let's go ahead and see what we get out of these 3 loot bags. Now the bacon bag, we're going to take that one first. This should have a lot of things pork related in it. So it looks like we just got some pork chops. Which, nothing wrong with that. Pork chops are good. So we have this worn out loot bag, and this says, what? My bags are not configured to drop beds in this pack. I am 100% certain about this. What? Okay, whatever. Not a bed. Okay, it is not a bed. That's messed up. Okay, and then finally, the legendary loot bag. We get a diamond helmet. Nice. Well, I am definitely going to be putting that on. So, yeah, I think that's going to be about it for today. So, I'm going to have to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or things that I could work on in the future, leave that down in the comments. And I will see you next time. Bye.